Flat in the wagon. I just have some things that I've got to announce to the house, because I trust by the time that we leave here, we're no longer bitter babies. All right, so it's a hard thing. Can we just start off? I'm not an airplane. I'm a helicopter. So let's just take off and let's just go. It's a hard thing when a lady has walked in salvation and in purity all of her life, and waits and adorns herself in white because she walked as a virgin, and gives herself to someone, and marries them, and makes all pledges to be faithful, to love them in sickness and in health, and to keep herself only unto him, and then turn around and struggle and have babies. Y'all, quite anybody who's ever had one understand that it's a hard task to bring forth a child. And then after years of being married and being faithful and fixing his breakfast and his lunch and his dinner and washing his clothes, and get up and find out that one day that he walks out and leaves you with 4 head of children, you can't tell me that there is not a cause for bitterness. You can't, y'all, we gonna be real. I don't know why y'all invited me here. Y'all want for real. I'm about the most real preacher you ever will come across. It's a hard thing when after that mother labors and gives birth to those children, and then raises them in a house by herself, and then begins to sow everything that she can and pray over those children, and then those same children rise up and call her everything but blessed, and they start stealing out of her pocketbook, y'all. And she sits there and tries to figure out, Lord, I've been saved since I was a child. I don't understand how this could ever happen to somebody like me. There is a cause for bitterness. Usually the root cause is simply because we're in an hour now in the church world where we have 2-hour seed offerings and 5-second altar calls. And people that could get delivered and could get free from stuff, from rapes. You can't look at in 98 seconds a person is raped here in America. You can't tell me that there's no cause for bitterness. Look there, y'all. Look, it's going to be real for the deal on today. I want you, and we sit there. I remember one of the girls I grew up with had gone and was just walking down the street, minding her business, and she was gang raped by about 5 guys and folk that were inside of the house. I'm not saying save people, because I'm learning as I'm a defender of the Lord's church, but there were folk that were just coming to church that told her that it was her fault. So after she got raped by a whole bunch of people, and came in tore up and ripped up in her psyche, in her soul, and in her spirit, in her body, she came in the rape dress. I remember being there. She came in with the clothes. She ran straight there, and they told her if you had been dressed like, and she had on a dress that was all the way down to, and they blamed her because, they blamed her. So you can't tell me that there's not cause for bitterness. Sometimes the reason why folk are sitting around you and they are snapping everybody that's walking around. A lot of times we like to deal with people, well, she just mad and she got an attitude. But if we had some discernment and some compassion, we would begin to look past what it is that she's snapping about, and what it is that she's saying, and how it is that she's reacting, because there is an effect, y'all. There's a reason why, because women are not just born hateful. Usually there's some things that happen in the course of somebody's life that makes them a little bit, it makes them bitter. Look, and we don't take the time to discern and to pray. I remember, some of us remember Mother Frances Wilkins. That was my prayer partner. There was about 60 years difference, maybe more than that, between the two of us. But she loved me for some reason. She would pray with me. And I loved Mother Wilkins because she would walk into her presence and she said, "How you doing today, gal?" And I would say, "I'm doing all right." And she would turn her head to the side. She said, "No, you ain't all right, because, and then she would stop right then and there and would start to pray. The reason why folk are sitting here as bitter, that is because we take the time to say, how are you doing? Come on, sis, this is my friend. How are you doing? And we just have enough time for her to say fine, because we want to talk. We want to go and network. We want to go and so we can meet somebody, so we can pass our card over there to them, so we can get our next speaking engagement. We don't understand when people come into the house and they're bleeding and they're broken by the things and the tests and trials of life. If you don't do anything to heal your sister, you are guilty, because her blood is still on your hands. God wants us to get to a place where we got enough time that we take time, like we did this morning with the Lord, when somebody begin to cry out, everybody in the house, because when one of us hurt, all of us hurt. When one of us in trouble, all of us in trouble. When one of us sick, all of us sick. Look, you ever walking in the house in the dark and you stub your pinky toe? That little part of your pinky toe will cause your whole body to go almost down to the ground. And God wants us to understand that, look, and one of us is in pain. All of us is in pain, and we got to get to a place where we reach out and pour some oil and some prayer and some love until deliverance is wrought in their life. Church, say yes. So there is a cause for bitterness. We want to sit there and say no, but based upon the preponderance of the evidence, if we sit there and look at it, it should grieve our hearts. So we look over and we see that Boko Haram goes and get a nation, a tribe of young girls, and takes them and snatches them away from their parents, and takes them and ritualistically rapes them over and over again, to all of those children, all those girls come back with the babies of their captors. Y'all, and if nobody does any counseling and any prayer and any labor and laying on of hands, you're going to have a whole bunch of girls that are raised up, giving birth to children, but have a bitterness on the inside. Why? Because something terrible and demonic happened to them. Look, there's some people that have wonderful lives, married to wonderful people. Look, maybe that's not your testimony, but then there's some folk that have wonderful lives, but then there's a demonic attack, y'all. When you are saved and a sanctified person, and your name is thrown every which way, and you trying to help people, trying to pray for folk, as soon as you get them up on their feet, they turn around and go cuckoo for cocoa puffs on you. Look, there's some demonic attacks that come. So I just want to make sure that I don't leave nobody out. If you have ever been hurt by anything in your life, there is a cause for bitterness. However, I know y'all thoughts gonna let you stay in your pity party. Nah, I'm Evangelist Blue Sister for real. Y'all ain't gonna stay parked there for always. I know maybe he did get up and leave in the middle of the night. Maybe you've been through some rough stuff. Maybe, look, can I help some of y'all? If he left out of your house 1972 to go get some milk and some eggs and some bacon, and he ain't back yet, guess what? Chances are God might as well help me through here. Chances are, and if every time I see you, and it's now 2017, y'all don't want to help me today, because I know some of y'all say, oh good, finally I got somebody to know. Yeah, I understand, but look, we're not going to stay in pity party land forever. Girl, it's time. He left, go take his side of the closet, put all your clothes over there, stretch yourself across the bed, and say, I shall live and not die to declare the works of the Lord. Look, wash the grief off your face, because it should not be every time that I see you, you still talking about 1972. I know, look, yeah, let's go into the word, because I know some of y'all think that I'm a motivational speaker. No, I'm a preacher to the bone. Let's go into the word of the Lord. Before you start preaching, you got to always dig down to